Good morning, guys. Today we are going to talk about the fourth step in the dispatch process, which is the update step. So let's get started. For the update step, we need to be proactively contacting customers throughout the day to keep them informed on arrival time. Contact about 40% of department next stops to prepare them for technicians' arrival. Provide customers with the opportunity to reschedule on their own terms, and provide any additional assistance to customers to provide 7-star service. So the first thing on the list is obviously the update step is on the dispatch process. So I did just want to mention that with or without a customer coordinator, the update step is part of what a dispatcher is supposed to do. A customer coordinator is meant more for the blanket or the generic updates, but it's still in our job responsibility to keep customers updated throughout the entire day. One way of doing that is through our next stops. About once every hour, we should be going through our board, looking through tickets, which we should be looking through technician tickets anyway, seeing who's getting closer to wrapping up or who has been on their job for a while, and getting about 40% of each team's next calls ready with next stops verified. If people don't answer their text message, I wouldn't wait any longer than about 10 minutes before picking up the phone and giving them a call, making sure that you're confirming with them. We do have scripting available for anybody that needs it or feels like they just need to update their scripting for next stops, but it is a great time to touch base with the customer, get a little bit of information from them. It makes us more efficient, keeps the technicians moving, so we're not waiting on multiple callbacks and having to pick new calls, and it keeps the customer informed and happy. We all love text messages, and I think they're super convenient, but I do think also picking up the phone gives that human connection, and we end up getting more information from the customer than we would have just from a text message. It's also, as we've learned in the prepare and schedule step, it's our responsibility to review all the information on calls. So we should be looking out for any before 12s, after 2s, before 2s, making sure that we are contacting customers proactively instead of reactively. So if someone has a before 12 and it's 10 o'clock, we should be calling them and letting them know if we think we're going to make it or if we think we're not. If it's before 4 is their time stipulation and it's 2 o'clock, we should be contacting them and letting them know if there's a chance that we may not make it, or if someone's wrapping up and we're about to send somebody. We need to be just continuously communicating with our customers. And offer different scenarios for customers to be able to provide 7-star service. So different ways to do that is to, be able to offer like an hour call ahead if you see that a customer needs an hour call ahead. Another way is just even bringing up rescheduling to the customer if you can tell that they may be uncomfortable or they're very busy, or you can just tell that they're a little agitated on the phone. Sometimes even letting a customer know, is there a better day for you or a better time for you that we can try to accommodate? Sometimes that works out really well because customers themselves can be surprised that they're even able to reschedule same day. Sometimes people don't even have that in their head, and actually today was not the best day for this appointment, and the fact that you brought up rescheduling now made them happy because they know that they can pick a different day. And I just want to end with a little scenario here. I remember a long time ago I was working with another dispatcher, and she was actually the one that would always tell me how important updates were. I remember multiple days she was like, we haven't been getting them done. We really need to do a lot better. And I would be like, okay. And I understood to an extent why it was important, but in my head I kept saying, I'm way too busy. I can't keep up. I'm just trying to get the technicians moving, and that's the most important thing. Well, I remember one day we had to do a long list of rebooks, and she had her customers that she was going to take, and I had my customers that I was going to take, and we each had about 5 to 10 rebooks that we had to do. And I remember after getting through my list, starting to listen to her conversations with her customers, and I remember just being exhausted from having people upset with me, angry, just long conversations on the phone. I remember I would look over and her conversations weren't going like that at all. Hers were quick, simple, and it seemed like the customers weren't angry. So I remember turning around my chair and being like, how are all the people you talk to not angry? And I remember she looked at me and she said, because I've been talking to them all day long. And that was a big point that she tried to instill in me, and it stuck with me since that day. Her customers weren't mad because she was updating them all day long. She was talking to them at 10 o'clock. She would update them again at 1 o'clock, just giving them even a quick phone call. Hey, I'm still waiting on my technician to finish up. He got a little bit caught up. It's taking longer. Or just any kind of additional update, so that by the time that she had to make that rebook call, they already knew that there was a potential of this happening. And so her phone calls went a lot more smoothly, and the customer felt happy at the end of the day because they knew that we were being transparent with them, and making them feel valuable, because we decided to pick up the phone and tell and give them an update. So when in doubt, if you guys are ever wondering if you should be updating somebody, something I like to do is just kind of picture myself given a 7-hour window from a company and being waiting at home, wondering when they're going to arrive, and kind of imagining how I would feel if I hadn't gotten a phone call for hours. So when in doubt, if you're wondering, think about yourself in that situation. If you would want a phone call or a text message or a quick update to see where you were on the schedule, or to know if you would be able to go hit the grocery store before a technician was on the way. So super important, and let me know if you guys have any questions.